Tens of thousands of Thai flocked to a job expo hunting for work last weekend as the government offered more than 1 million positions in an attempt to tackle mounting unemployment in an economy battered by the coronavirus pandemic. The Thai government predicts that the economy could shrink by a record 8.5% this year, with its vital tourism industry taking a massive beating and the Federation of Thai Industries estimating job losses at a record 2.5 to 3 million this year, with more than 1 million in the tourist sector alone. Thailand has a total workforce of about 38 million. More than 570 booths from public organizations, private firms, and for roles overseas were set up for job seekers at Jobs Expo Thailand 2020 in Bangkok, which runs until Monday. Some of Thailand's largest firms were among those offering work, including agribusiness giant Jaran Foods, telecoms firm True Corp, and energy group PTT, which is majority owned by the government. About 1.24 million jobs will be offered at government agencies, private firms, and overseas. The government will help the private sector pay half of the salaries when hiring 260,000 new graduates for a year under a co-payment scheme. Tira Makaampai, who is 50 years old and unemployed, said he thinks this many people attending reflects a lot of unemployment, even older people like him. It shows that elders have to compete with first job applicants. He believes it's about a 50-50 split between those who have been laid off and first jobbers who are attending the expo. In the meantime, Nopawan Chanpratat, a company recruiter, said the age range of people who are applying is quite varied. There are students who just graduated and people who are older and still looking for jobs. Besides the general jobs being offered at the exhibition, there's a company, Better EV, offering a taxi driver jobs for women called Lady Taxi, which is a business launched at the beginning of the pandemic. Saranpong Dangdej, CEO of Better EV, said it's both a challenge and opportunity to start the business during the pandemic.
So I think during the pandemic, it's both a challenge and an opportunity. When you're building a business, when you're building a product from the ground, from zero, when everyone is at zero, going up and running from zero, it's also it's a blessing and a curse, really, right? Right now it's harder to raise funds, but it's also easier to find opportunities because everyone is looking for opportunities.
People are the most important part of the country and for moving it forward, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha said as he opened the event. The Job Expo is part of relief measures as the government has introduced a 1.9 trillion baht package to mitigate the impact of COVID-19, particularly on the all-important tourist sector. The government predicts just 6.7 million foreigners will visit Thailand this year after last year's record 39.8 million, whose spending made up about 11.4% of the country's GDP.